All right, now pleased to welcome in Wisconsin star sophomore Johnny Davis, averaging 20 and a half points, 6 rebounds, shooting 40% from three. And most importantly, his team is undefeated when he takes the court. Johnny, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. A little sore and tired from that comeback win last night, but got to look forward to Saturday.
That was crazy. I mean, that was absolutely insane. You're down, I think 17 and a half, 20 plus at one point. What was describe the scene? You guys have had a great year, a surprising year so far, but what was the scene like throughout that comeback and when you put Indiana away at the end?
It was crazy. In the locker room during halftime, we're all telling each other, like we can do this, we can come back and win this game. We just got to be sound defensively. We got to take the shots that we want on offense, and I felt it. I felt us getting closer. We were just chipping away. That lead kept going down and down, and then once I hit that shot to give us a lead, I kind of figured we were gonna win.
Hey, John, I got to ask you this. 7 points a game last year, 20 points a game this year. Obviously, you put a lot of work in on the summer, but you also did the FIBA thing and won a gold medal there.
Yeah.
Was that one of those situations where, you go and you play with a lot of really good players and you realize, hey, man, I belong with this group of guys. Did that confidence carry over from last summer into this season?
It most certainly did. Playing with about 30 of the best dudes in the country and then making that final cut, being on the team, I realized what I can do as a player. But also, I knew once I came back, I was going to have to take on that leadership role, be that guy that the team needed. And I think I'm doing an okay job so far.
Johnny, I felt like in Vegas, your team's togetherness, really carried you through some of the adversity, the tough moments when you in those 3 games. And it felt like we saw it again tonight. What did the team's kind of togetherness and culture do for you guys last night during the comeback?
That's exactly why we came back. And I feel like, when we're more together and in sync, it makes us play better too, especially in the defensive end. We're all getting in the gaps, helping each other, closing out with high hands, knowing our personnel. So, when you're in sync like that as a team and you're all 5 are clicking on the court at the same time, it's pretty tough to score on you.
So, Johnny, I think you might be the only player in college basketball who is part of 2 sets of twins in their family, right?
Yeah.
Your brother's on the team as well, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got, help me out here, Maxwell and Samantha. How old are they?
They are 14.
All right. So what's this like? I mean, 2 sets of twins, the competitiveness, or are you guys super close? Are you fighting? Like, I'm an only child, so I don't know anything about a sibling at all. And you got, again, 2 sets of twins over there.
Yeah, when me and Jordan were about their age, we were always fighting. They had to get us both the same thing, but maybe one of us liked the other better. So there's a lot of fights, especially when we play one-on-one. We are really competitive with each other. I feel like that's why we're both at the level we are, is because we just push each other to go harder. Maxwell and Samantha, they're pretty much the same thing, but Samantha's a girl, Maxwell's a guy, so. They're close, but like they don't really be competing and all that, because Maxwell, he's been doing his fair share of working out. He's getting a little bigger. But it's great having 2 sets of twins. It's something that doesn't commonly happen, but it's great because Samantha's the older one, so I feel like me and her click a little bit more. And Maxwell's younger than her, so him and Jordan are on the same page a little bit of being the younger one of the twins.
Hey, you might not know this, but I played a little bit, so I study your game. I'm old. I'm not quite as old as Jeff, but I'm old. But I sit here and I study your game, man. And one thing that sticks out to me is, man, your balance is so good. Whether it's you're driving to the lane and you're spinning away, you always have your feet under you. Is that something that you really focus on in the off season? Is it part of your training regimen? Everybody's doing their one-on-one workouts and everything like that, but your lower body is so strong, especially holding guys off and pivoting away, and you always have your feet under you. I got to hear a little bit. Is that a focus? Is that natural? You tell me.
I would say I was gifted with a lot of that naturally. But our strength coach, Jim Schneider, he's doing an incredible job of making sure me and my teammates are, in the perfect condition or shape that we need to be in. to go out and play this long and enduring season. But I mean, you know, I feel like most of it is just naturally gifted, and I know how to use my body really well.
Johnny, I know you were a 3-star recruit. You were in kind of the mid 100s in most of the recruiting rankings. Does that still kind of tick you off? Does that still leave a chip on your shoulder here today as you're putting up 20 a night in the Big Ten?
I mean, I didn't really pay too much attention to it when I was younger. I mean, you know, I don't really care what I'm ranked or anything like that right now. I'm just focused on going out and trying to win the Big Ten, which is one of the toughest conferences in the country.
So I was tweeting, Johnny, this morning about you, EJ, and Jaden Ivey, saying really all three of you guys could be first-team All-Americans right now. And I get a text right after that from Frank the Tank Kaminsky, and he says, Johnny Davis with a sign, that you're better than Jaden Ivey. And Frank, he's never shy for things to say. He absolutely loves your game and what you're doing with this Wisconsin team right now. How surprising is this for you? I mean, again, a year ago, nobody's talking about you at all, whether it's doing what you're doing, whether it's being on NBA draft boards now. Has it hit you?
I mean, not really. I wasn't surprised to come out and play like this. I knew I had it in me. It's just a matter of fact that I could come out and be consistent every night. And I'm not going to try to put myself above Jaden Ivey because, that's my boy. We played on the USA team together. He's a great player. I feel like our game really resembles each other. Like, we're very compatible. He's got a high motor, can shoot it, get to the basket at will. But yeah, I'm not going to try to put myself above him. That's my guy. But when we play each other, it ain't no friends. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got one more question for you, just because I've always wondered this ever since I watched Wisconsin play. Is Davison as difficult to practice against as he looks like on television? Because my man is bananas. Like, he's just diving into people's like he's all over the place. I got to hear what he's like in practice.
Well, luckily, I'm not really ever going against him because, we're on the starting five together. But I will not lie. Earlier in the summer, when we would have like mixed match teams and doing some drills, it was a little irritating. But that's just because he loves to compete. He loves to win. I can't blame him for it. But at times we get a little scrappy.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on, Johnny. Really do. Great start to the season again. Love the fact that undefeated with you in the lineup right now. Heck of a win last night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me.